is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Duke Blue Devils. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Duke Blue Devils offense takes the field. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let them get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
Trying to set up the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Blue Devils want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down,
he's going to let it go. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Gragg. Lost one deep down the right side. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. And the Blue Devils have this offense rolling. To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Now the play fake. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. The Seminoles offense will have its first possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two.
Turning it on! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll give it to the back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. The Blue Devils want to move quickly.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Greg. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Complete to the right. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. A great catch and run for 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Looking downfield, it's Greg. Makes the grab. There he goes. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. And the Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding an escape route. Oh, a lot of space. Running through contact. The tap. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Knowles. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Miami is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Vinny Testaverde and Gino Torretta in the pantheon of greats to play at the U. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wake Forest. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Give to the back. Brings into the open. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Saw a spot in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Blue Devils come to the line in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Gragg. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. And the Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Ben, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play.
Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Dropping back, it's Greg. A strike downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Got the quick pass. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Working that left side now. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And I love the aggressiveness by the defense. 3rd down and short, I'm going to play with my DBs up, play aggressive, try to take away those RPOs, those quick throws, those easy routes. Did a really good job and made the tackle, forcing the 4th down.
Looking to throw, it's Greg. Going for 6. Touchdown, Duke. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Brooks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Noles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes the grab. Bust through behind his pad. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Brooks. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And the Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. He's got his man. Makes the grab.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Touchdown, Seminoles! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. starting this third quarter on the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got a man. It's Brooks. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Sims. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Looking for room. It's Brooks. At the 35, he's got room. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels, not able to connect with the quarterback on. But you know he has the defense's attention.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Blue Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a 1st down.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Gragg. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Noles can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Got his man downfield. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
He'll keep it himself. Got enough space. Touchdown, Noles. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
To the air, it's Gragg. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
He'll pull it on the read. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this...
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Let's see what they've got on second down. trying to beat him to the corner on the right. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Unloads it left. It's complete. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
This time they'll go to the running game. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's open on the right. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Three on first down at 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Floating away. Caught close to the marker, it's Hills. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. And the Noles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I love the vision on the quarterback by this defense. Dude, you know that ball's going to come out pretty quick. Down here on a goal-to-go situation, they break on the football, and they make sure they swat it down so the offensive guy can't make a play.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And this one is perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
You just get the feeling this Defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
He hurls one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Firing to the right, complete. He found some running room but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
There he goes. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the deep.
He's going to throw deep right side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The Blue Devils will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He might want another play. To the air on first down. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. And the Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. He's got the back in the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff.